All right, today we're going to talk about using the distributive property, and basically the idea that we're going to get across today is this part right here, okay? A times B plus C is equal to AB times AC. So it's the first, the outside times the first, and then the outside times the second. Or if you have three of them like this one, we'll do it. So we're gonna do it a certain way, and we're gonna do it every time. So remember the other day we told you that when we see a letter, we put a set of what? Parentheses, okay? We're always going to do that. Well, in here, we're also going to do some things very simple, and here's how we do it, all right? We write the outside term first, okay? And then we put the first thing in parentheses, the first term. This has two terms in here, okay? This is the first term, and then separated by a plus sign, this is the second term. So just like A would look like a 4, right? Our B would actually be what? Kind of like an A. And our C would actually be like 3B or positive 3B, okay? So what do we do first? We take A times B, all right? So we're going to take the 4, and then we're going to put in parentheses the first term, and we're going to do an automatic plus. You're going to remember automatic plus. So we do this times this, automatic plus, no matter what this says. This times this, automatic plus, go back to our original of 4 times 3b. Okay, it's positive, so I don't need to put a plus in front of it. Okay, you see that? All right, let's do it with this one right here. All right, even though we're going to go back and solve that. Okay, watch, you ready? Okay, this here would be much like this, except it looks like this now. Okay, there's 3 in here, right? You see the 3 in here? Okay, somebody tell me what C would be. What would C be? What's C? All right, yes? Negative 4x. Good job, okay? That's excellent. So what is A, class? Negative 2. Does everybody see that? A is negative 2. The BCD is 3x squared as B, negative 4x as C, and a positive 5 is D. You can't just have the letters and numbers. The sign in front of it is also included, okay? So that means the distributive property says A times what, class? A times B plus A times C plus A times D. Okay, that's what we're going to do. Now, if you use numbers here, like 2 times 3 plus 4, okay, we know that 3 plus 4 is what? 7. We have to do parentheses first. What's 7 times 2? 14. But the distributive property says 2 times what? 2 times 3, automatic plus, go back to the outside, 2 times 4. 2 times 3 is 6, 2 times 4 is 8. What's 6 and 8?
14.
It's the same thing. Okay, so Mr. Grace, why would I want to make it more complicated? I mean, I just do, okay. It's not making it more complicated, it's just following a process of property that God gave to us in math. It's pretty cool. And it's called the distributive property. So here's what we're going to do. Now watch me do this. And let's see in your mind if it all works out. Watch. All right? Negative 2. All right? 3x squared automatic plus. Back to the negative 2. Now we go to the next one. Automatic plus. Go back to the negative 2. And then the positive 5. Okay? See what I did there? Okay, watch this. Okay, get this. Ready? Negative 2 times this, automatic plus. Negative 2 times this, automatic plus. Negative 2 times that, automatic plus. All right, now let's go back to our original. We're not done yet. We wouldn't leave it that way. All right, what's 4 times A? Just 4A, right? We don't want parentheses. We want to make it look nice and super duper clean. Okay? A positive 4 and a positive 3, that's already, there's no negatives there, it's a positive, all right? So we're going to put plus. What's 4 times 3? 12. All right, we're not going to leave it 4 times 3b, okay? Because when we simplify, that's not simplified. So 4a plus 12b is our answer. We're done. Can't do anything else. That's the beauty of distributive property. 4 times a plus 3b is 4a plus 12b. You say, Mr. Grays, if I get good enough, I bet I can just look at that and go, watch. $3x squared plus 12b. See it? Do you see the light? You see it? Okay, it's there. All right, well, let's simplify this mess, because that's really messy. Okay, now every single term is going to have three things we got to keep correct: the sign, the numbers, and the letters. Okay, those three things. So the sign, what's a negative times a positive?
Negative.
Negative. Watch this. 2 times 3, 6, and then x squared. Okay. What's a negative negative?
Positive.
Positive. 2 times 4?
8.
8x. Negative times positive?
Negative.
Negative.
Negative 10.
Here's the answer. Perfect. Beautiful. I love it. Excellent. Wow. Okay. Now, that's distributive property. Okay? You good? Now we're going to switch gears. And we're going to teach you another concept. And it's an easy one. Well, maybe easy with quotes. Okay? Are you ready? The concept is this. We're going to learn to combine like terms. Okay? Now, this answer here is 4a plus 12b. All right? But technically, if we ended up having something that was like 4a plus 6a, if I have 4 a's and I have 6 a's and the term is alike, what's 4 plus 6?
10.
10, that's right. 10a is my answer. All right, listen, it's not 10a squared. Don't do that, okay? Just like some of you on your test. Remember this problem here? Remember that? Was your first problem on your test? Yeah. You know what a couple of you did?
5.
You wrote x to the 5th. And that's not what we do when I said don't do that, okay? Now, we're going to learn to combine like terms. So let's do that. Right over here. Here's what we're going to do. Watch this. We're going to underline. So here's what we do to combine like terms. We underline the first term, all right? How many terms are in here?
4. 3.
3 of them. The first term is 3x positive. The second term is not 4y. The second term is a negative 4y. The third term is a positive 5x. We're going to underline the first term and any sign in front of it, okay? There is no really sign. We know it's positive. So we ask ourselves, what are all of the other terms in there that are alike to only, what? X. Only the family of x's are the ones that can be a part of it. Okay? Will this work?
No.
That's a lie. Does not belong in the same family. All right, how about this one?
Yes.
It does. So if the family is the same and exactly the same, I'm going to underline it and a sign in front of it. Okay? Done? We're done there. Now, we need to move on to the next term that would not be underlined. And we're going to underline it 2 times. Okay? Is there anything left in the algebraic expression to underline with it?
No.
No, there's not. Now it's time to simplify. We put lines underneath because we match the lines that are the same. What a novel idea. So let's do it. Once we have concluded that the first and the last term have one line, you know what we do? We combine their terms. So if the x's are the same, once we've concluded that, all we do is the numbers. We leave the x's. Remember, it's not x squared. We're just combining. So what's 3 plus 5?
8.
8x. When we're done with that, all right, I'm going to cross them out. Now, it might not seem important to you cross them out now, but it might down here. Okay, all right. So what's left? Negative 4y. So with negative 4y, we add, and there's nothing to combine with it, so we're done. Okay, sorry, we're good. Now let's do the next one. Let's move on a little faster so that you can get it. Mr. Graves is talking a little slower there. Okay, we'll move faster, all right? I'm going to underline 7x squared how many times?
1 time.
Good, excellent. All right, but the only family that I can underline once is just the family of
X.
squares.
Second power.
Only second squared power, nothing else. All right, this doesn't work.
No. Yes.
This does. Remember, I gotta do the sign in front of it, and this doesn't. All right. Now the next one that's not underlined, we're gonna underline it twice. And then if we had another one, we'll underline it 3 times. You guys are good. Okay. All right. 2 lines. Okay. And then the other one that goes with it
2 times.
is the positive 10x. All right. So now the lines help us. Now we just do the numbers. Remember the little sticky note that you have? Yeah, you're still maybe going to need it. Okay, because some of you on your test, you needed it. It wasn't around apparently because you didn't use it. Okay, you got the complete wrong answer. All right, 7 minus 4.
3.
3. 3x squared. That's done. All right, you want to put one line through it, you can. 8 plus 10.
18.
Yeah. Mr. Grace, how do I know what to do? I take the first number and then do I add or subtract? Well, it depends on what the sign is of the second number in front of it. Ding, 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 ding. Awesome. 8 plus 10 is
18.
positive 18x. And that's my answer. All right, let's go down here. We're moving, we're doing it, okay? When we don't have a number in front of a letter like these,
It's 1.
yep, it's an imaginary little friend. 1. So let's put them in there, and that'll help you out. Okay? Okay. Any thirds?
Yes.
8x to the
6x
third,
to the third.
positive 1x to the third, positive 4x to the third, positive 6x to the third. Big family, okay? What's next? All of the x squares. We have to put that in place, okay? And we have an x squared here as well. All right, now watch, follow me, right? Okay? So 8 plus 1, 9. 9 plus 4, 13. 13 plus 6,
19.
19.
To the third.
X to the third. All right. Negative 1 minus 1. Same sign. We add and keep the sign.
-2.
Yep. And I really meant that. Oh, 2. Okay. All right. Minus 2x squared, and that's the answer. All right. Good. Okay. Here's another one. All right. There's nothing in front of here, so we can drop the parentheses. Watch this. 2x plus 5. When you have a positive in front of parentheses, you can just drop the parentheses. Okay? Plus 3x minus 9. Okay? But we got an issue though. When you have a negative in front of parentheses, guess what happens? There's an imaginary what?
1.
1. Okay? So that means that what we're technically doing is we are changing all the signs inside of the parentheses. Because watch, if I have this, negative x plus 4 minus x squared plus 8, okay? Look at that. You know, we distributed at -1. So if I had a positive in front of something in front of here, what's a negative times a positive?
Negative.
Negative. But if I have a negative
Positive.
sign, it turns into a
Positive.
good. So it's safe for us to do this. When I write this out, everything in the parentheses flips the signs, okay? This once was a positive x and now becomes negative. This positive 4 is negative. The negative is now positive, and that positive 8 is now negative. So what we did is this. We did -1 in front of that, okay? Theoretically, you know what we're doing? We're doing this, all right? Watch. -1 times x, automatic plus. -1 times positive 4, automatic plus. And then a -1 times, and we're just doing it all the way down, okay? Just so you know. All right. Now, we dropped this. Now we need to combine like terms, okay? 2x and 3x, and then we have a 5 and a 9. So what's 2 plus 3?
5.
5x, right? So we're done with the 5x, okay? And then 5 plus a -9, a positive 5 and a -9, a negative
14.
-4. There's our answer. Okay? All right? Let's do these two real quick and then we'll wrap it up. You ready? All right? here's a really unique family. And whether you want to say X's are boys and Y's are girls, and we've got 2 boys here and one guy or whatever, we're going to underline the first one once. Wait a minute. It's only the family of what? X squared Y's. So do not underline this one once, because this family is very different. You can almost look at it as this family has girl, one guy. This family has 2 guys, 1 girl. However you want to do it, don't do it, okay? So the next one is right here.
Yes,
right?
that one.
Negative x squared. Now I did write it to the next line here, okay? Are there any other x squared y's?
No.
No. Okay, now we're gonna underline the next one twice.
Yay.
The xy's would go here, all right? But
2 guys.
there's no more, right?
No.
We can't do that, all right? Now, underline, watch. Underline, underline, underline. There's 6 terms here. The last 2 are not underlined. It's just kind of going to the second row here. So we have to underline the x's and its own family 3 times. Okay? Are there any x's? No. So the last term is technically by itself as a y,
4 times.
right, with 4 times. Okay?
Okay.
So now, listen please, listen. So now what ends up happening is this. We're going to do 4 minus 10,
Negative 6.
all right, negative 6, x squared y. All right, now here's where we're going to cancel and kind of help us to see where we're at. All right, we have 2, positive 5 and positive 22 is a positive 27 xy. Okay, and then basically we have to tack on minus 8xy plus y. And there we go.
That's the answer.
That's the answer. All right, nothing else. Hey, nothing else can be simplified, okay? We're done and it's broken down. So here is a unique family of x squared y and z, and x squared y but no z, and xyz, okay? So what happens here? This doesn't have anything with it,
No.
so I'm going to circle this
2
or
times.
underline this twice.
3
Are there
times.
any
3
x squared y's?
No.
No. And there's no xyz's. So I'm just showing you in that particular example, that's the answer. Nothing can be simplified, and so that'll kind of help you to understand as well, all right?